Welcome everyone to the round 7 of the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League. Today was a day of unbelievable mistakes, that too by the icon players, the best players in the world. And I am going to show you 3 moments from 3 icon games that happened today. Let's first have a look at the biggest blunder that I have seen from a guy who is in top notch form. This is the game between Alireza Firouzja with the white pieces and Hikaru Nakamura with black. And Firouzja has been in scintillating form in this tournament, but this position unfortunately is going to end in a draw. Let's say for example a move like king d4, you have an extra pawn and it will be draw. But guess what Firouzja did here? He played the unbelievable move rook c5. This is beyond my understanding. Hikaru was stunned here. He was like, what? Took and king e5, and in fact after takes he just resigned here. The point being that after takes king e5, this 2 pawns will fall and Hikaru wins. So from being pawn down and defending throughout the game, Hikaru managed to win, and that gave the American Gambits a big victory. Here is another very nice moment actually to see how a top player like Magnus Carlsen can also blunder. For example, this was this game against MVL, and in this position white pieces went for the move knight e2, and he has a small edge here because this pawn is slightly weak, and I thought MVL would take here, but instead he played the move rook e6. If you take, he would like to take back with the knight, but Magnus here played a beautiful move. He took the knight, giving up the rook, and now playing knight d3, forking the 2 rooks. Now both the rooks cannot connect with each other, but MVL had a very good move rook d4. And this is where Magnus might have calculated knight takes e5, rook takes d2, knight takes c6, and this position is around even. Maybe white can still try to press, has 2 pieces for a rook. But guess what? I think Magnus had a blind spot here. He played the move in this moment. Instead of taking here, he decided to play rook c2, and this was a big mistake, because he thought, oh, now the rook will move and then he'll take on c6, but he absolutely forgot that the rook can go back. And with this, actually MVL is simply a exchange up, and you could see Magnus shaking his head. He was so unhappy with this, because with this his team SG Alpine Pipers lost to Mumbai Masters. But finally we go to the last position here. Today was a big day for Anish Giri because he managed to beat Vishy Anand, and in this position it's black to play and get a big advantage. What will you play here? Try to think. I loved Anish's next move. It was very nice. Anish came up with this very strong move e4, and this actually opens up an attack on the c3 pawn and also makes a square for the knight on e5. Vishy took here, Anish took, and he was completely better. His knight is going to sit very pretty here, and within a few moves he managed to win. So these were the 3 very important moments from today, and now I am going to tell you where this tournament is standing. So if we can have a look here as to what exactly is going on in this tournament. So I have the points table here. The points table says the PBG Alaskan Knights is at 18 points, and they are kind of guaranteed of the top spot. So now it's like the battle for second spot, because whoever finishes second goes to the finals, rest of them are eliminated. So SG Alpine Pipers, Triveni Continental Kings are on 12, both of them. American Gambits are at 9, Ganges Grandmasters and Upgrad Mumbai Masters, these are on 6 points. Now imagine with tomorrow's pairing, if you see the PBG Alaskan Knights versus Mumbai Masters. Now if we say PBG Alaskan Knights are going to finish first, maybe this match doesn't become very relevant. Triveni Continental Kings and Ganges Grandmasters, here Triveni Continental Kings has to be very careful against their opponents. And then we have the big clash tomorrow between these two teams. Alpine is on 12, American Gambits is on 9. Now imagine if American Gambits beats Alpine, then they manage to reach 12, both of them on 12 points, which means that then we go to the next day on round 9 where anything can happen, because here you can see the American Gambits play Mumba Masters, Alpine play Ganges and Triveni play PBG. So here these teams have a chance to win altogether, and then it could very well happen that on the last day Triveni, Alpine and American Gambits may all end up on the same score if some of the results go that way. And then finally you have Alpine and Triveni playing each other and American versus PBG. So you can just imagine that this tension in this tournament for the second spot is growing massively, and who knows who's going to take that second spot. You can let me know in the comment section as to who is the team you think will get the second spot. For now, I think the PBG Alaskan Knights are playing brilliantly. They are looking unbeatable. But then when it comes to the finals, it is a best of 2 and anything can happen. I am going to be excitedly watching it. For now, this is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye bye.